JJ, it's great to see you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we have seen each other 3 other times now, so this is the fourth time. And each time you've been contemplating changing a certain behavior. What can you tell me more about that again?
Um, I would like to be a little more active
Okay.
lifestyle, so I'd like to change, kind of the way I've been kind of living and eating
Okay.
in order to get healthier and lose weight.
Okay. So what prompted you to start thinking about that?
Just general physical health. Sometimes I get out of breath just going up and down stairs. My last doctor's visit, the results of my blood work were, although they weren't terrible, they weren't where I'd like them to be.
So when you went to the doctor, some of your levels were high with your blood work.
They were still in the normal range, but at the high end of normal. My cholesterol, my
Okay.
triglycerides.
Okay. Was the doctor concerned about that? Is that a
It is. Yeah, she was. She's, doesn't want to put me on medication, but that's going to be
Okay.
what's going to happen if things don't improve.
Okay. And you talked about also just being out of breath with
Sometimes just going up a flight of stairs, I don't feel I'm the best, healthiest version of myself I could be.
Okay. So what kind of changes have you been thinking about specifically?
So maybe like going to the gym
Okay.
more frequently, eating a little differently.
What would be different about your eating?
So maybe cutting down on red meat and processed foods, smaller portions, maybe trying to eat out less.
Okay. So, and some of the reasons you talked about, so some of the reasons you want to make these changes are because of those high levels that the doctor talked about, and then just overall you want to be in better shape so that you're not out of breath as much.
So I'm just in better physical shape
Okay.
and maybe live longer.
Okay. So those are some of those reasons. Why do you feel you need to make these changes?
Because I'm not getting any younger, and it's going to be harder the older I get, the harder to lose weight, to get these levels down if I don't do it now.
Okay. So what would be some of the benefits of you losing weight?
So I think I would be more self-confident. My clothes would probably fit better. I would feel like I would look better, and therefore I'd be more confident. Be in better physical shape, to maybe run with my dogs or, yeah.
Yeah. So losing weight would help you be in more better physical shape, and then also get you outside with your dogs more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this something that you've tried to do in the past?
Maybe half-heartedly.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Maybe I just tried for a little bit. Maybe I joined a gym and went a couple times, or maybe I tried to diet, with minimal success.
Okay. What do you think were some of the barriers for you?
I think I just wasn't serious. I lacked maybe some self-discipline and willpower.
Okay. So so you have that experience that tells you that there were some barriers there. So what can you do differently now so that it's not like it was in the past?
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll go to the gym with a partner,
Okay.
and that way we could maybe hold each other accountable somewhat, and maybe make the workouts a little more fun too.
Okay. So like an accountability partner.
Correct.
And then someone to just work out with so you're not by yourself.
Exactly.
Okay. And is that something that you haven't done that
I've
in the
never
past?
done that in the
Okay.
past.
Okay. So once you start getting into this routine that we're starting to talk about, what are going to be some of the downsides to making this change?
Well, especially with the eating,
Yeah.
I like to eat. So and some of the foods that I really like to eat, I probably shouldn't eat as much, if at all.
Okay.
So that'll be a downside.
Okay. So there are some specific foods that you don't want to give up.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have some experience with other people who have tried to lose weight and have tried to create a plan, and they've talked about particular things that you just did, like I don't want to give up XYZ.
Right.
Can I give you some information?
I would love
on
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to give up foods that you love. So a part of creating a healthy diet is just creating more, like having things more in moderation.
Okay.
Like satisfying your craving, but not in excess.
Okay.
If that makes
that
sense.
makes sense.
Yeah? Okay. So if that's something you'd like to talk about more, kind of when we create the plan,
I would
or
like
after
that.
we create the plan, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So tell me some very specific steps that you can take to start creating this change. You talked about wanting to eat healthy and then creating a gym schedule. What would that look like?
So with eating healthy, like I think planning my meals out ahead of time.
Okay.
And knowing what I'm going to make for myself for dinner that night, what I'm going to have for lunch tomorrow.
Okay.
Planning and going to the grocery store, making sure that I have fruit and vegetables and things to eat. And maybe, when I do go to the grocery store, not buying a lot of the, stuff that's not so good for me.
Okay.
So that it's not here, so that it's not even an option.
Okay.
I've already begun working on a gym schedule.
Okay.
Exactly when I'm going to go to the gym with my partner, what days, what times. Even making a gym bag and having it ready to go, so that I'm not. It takes away that excuse of not being ready to go.
No, that makes sense. So looking at the diet here, you said planning ahead of time, and then just planning out the dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever in your grocery needs. So when would you plan this? Like a specific day of the week?
Sundays seem to be a good day to go grocery shopping and plan for the upcoming week for me.
Okay. So Sundays would be your planning day.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when you grocery shop too?
Correct.
Okay. And then for your gym schedule, tell me about that. What does it look like during the week?
Sunday, anytime during Sunday, but usually I combine it with before I go to the grocery store.
Okay.
Monday morning, because I don't have to be to work until a little later on Mondays. Wednesday evenings, Friday mornings. So I try to go 4 days a week.
Okay, so 4 days a week at the gym. Okay. Is that something that you've tried before?
No, not a regimented schedule like that.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, so 1 being the least confident, like I don't think I can do this at all, and then 10 being the most confident, where you know that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you stand on that scale in relation to your gym schedule?
I'd say 7.
A 7?
Yeah, I feel really good about it.
Okay. And what would have to change for you to get to an 8?
That's a good question. Maybe work into a little more flexible work schedule, maybe.
Is that possible for you?
Not right now, but it could be in the future.
It could be in the future. So that would be something that we would revisit.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of looking to see if you have any flexibility in your
Right.
schedule to make you feel more confident in being able to stick to this gym schedule.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So talk to me about your willingness to try this. If we ended our session today and then you tried this plan that we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
where is your willingness with this?
Oh, it's pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say an 8, maybe even a 9. I
Okay.
really want to do this.
Okay, we're looking at that scale.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to start after this session?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then this is something that we would talk about in our next session, probably a week from now,
Okay.
where your plan is to create like your meals ahead of time for the week, and you're going to do all this planning on Sundays. And then your gym schedule is you're going to go to the gym on Sundays, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Correct.
Okay. So, is there anything else within that?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. So, we will plan to talk about this next week and just kind of break it down and see if anything went wrong, anything that you need to change, and just how you're feeling with it.
That sounds good.
Okay. All right. Thanks, JJ.
Of course. Thank you.